The homie from Houston. The devil was mad. Was that you, Jesus? The devil was mad when Jesus got him out.
Yes.
He was fire hot. So he here to represent and keep his foot on Satan's neck. Y'all make some noise for PyRexx.
PyRexx came from a cooking utensil and used PyRexx to put cocaine in to whip it up into to make crack. And I started freestyling at age 14, but it was all, you know, stuff that was glorifying drugs, sex, hurting people, influencing people, dropping out of school, fighting, shooting dice. I mean, stuff that just was a regular street thing was common. I remember like it was yesterday. I still remember hearing my mother scream, me running into the living room, seeing my daddy putting her head in the washing machine, trying to close it on her face. And when my daddy came to what we were doing, you know, he felt like he had to do something about it. So, you know, he was abusing me and my brother, choking us till we couldn't do nothing about it. I became a gangster disciple. I was in the streets selling drugs, committing sin, sipping drink, smoking weed, sniffing cocaine, smoking water, ecstasy. I did it all. Having sex at an early age of 14 years old, packing pistols, shooting at people, getting shot at, gang fights. I caught my first felony at age 16, stealing cars on the north side of Houston. But I caught my first drug case at age 17 and was headed to prison on a 3-year term. I got straight out, started back selling drugs again, and then I went back to prison. And prison was super duper hard for me. It was hard, number one, because I was a white boy in a black organization that I represented. The white boys wanted to test me. The black guys were like, man, is this white boy stiff enough? So I had to go through that stuff. I had to fight. I had to see where your heart was, to see if you really about that life. I had to prove a point. I was always having to prove a point. And people always thought, you know, like there's something was weak about a white person or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, ain't nothing weak about me. You know what I'm saying? I'ma prove it to you. Yeah, when I was in the street, I was the same thing in prison, both times. There was times where I didn't have nothing. The people that you think was gonna support you or your family or whatever, it gets hard out there. And it was 10.5 months straight where I didn't have nothing. When I believed in trying to do right, it was like people looking at me like my pride got in my way where I didn't want to follow God even though I knew who he was. But what really made me see Jesus is when I was at Clemens unit. This one individual guy came up there and his name was Trey 9. And at first I wasn't just feeling going to, it was a 3-day thing, but I went in there. And when you hear Christian music, when people say Christian rap, it turns you away. I saw them do what they do at the ceremony, and for them to be doing the same type of music, the same roughings, the same stuff, but more inspirational, more stuff, it just like, wow, man, these boys rapping Jesus, and it's look tight like this. I'm liking that, I'm digging that.
They say how many masters I got, they say how many pastors I got. And I grew up fast on my block, and I grew up on my grind. Hot to feed the eyes upon minds. Never will I ever give up on my God. From my flesh to my bone, my God is number one. They say how many masters I got, they say how many pastors I got. And I grew up fast on my block, and I grew up on my grind. Hot to feed the eyes upon minds. Never will I ever give up on my God. From my flesh to my bone, my God is number one. PyRexx been a beast at the flow. Jump fly in my ride, then I hit the road. Pop collar, make it holler when I hit the shows. Fist go close, the fingers go one. G.O.D, my God, I rep one. OMG, oh yes, I said one, and I mean just one. Let me gon' explain something. Not no money, it's not no drugs. Not no women, sure it's not thugs. I spit fire, lay your life rugs. Spread like dust, plenty much love. Ain't no one higher, he inspired my life on being expired. No tiredness in my life, cause I do what's right and it shines so bright. Let me get it and flip it and show you PyRexx is the one. Cause the rhyme is not done, it has only begun. Never run for it, cause I run for it. When I look towards it, I'm like his son. Out to space, I might be out my mind. That's what you think, but I'm on my grind. 9 to 5 I do, cause about mine's do. With a hard head crew, it's about that time. About that time, it's about that time. The war bread, it's about that time. Found my way, just follow my light. Yeah, people hate, can't knock my fight. It's P to the Y, R to the E. Double X, PyRexx, that's me. Been in the streets and I been packed T, but this time I'm bending knees. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. And I grew up fast on my block, and I grew up on my grind. I defeat the odds upon minds. Never will I ever give up on my God. From my flesh to my bone, my God is number one. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. And I grew up fast on my block, and I grew up on my grind. I defeat the odds upon minds. Never will I ever give up on my God. From my flesh to my bone, my God is number. God is number one. Who you think developed this earth? Who you think put water on this earth? Who you think that gave it your birth? What you think some gas had done this? What you think that made the world glitz? What you think that made people like this? Got me rapping like this, stop being so stiff. Loosen up and open your mind. Having faith revolves around time. What's the reason you sleeping on God? No life hard, but it come from your heart. I ain't care about no Lord. The streets was the only thing that was God. Every little thing that PyRexx did was hard, but the devil worked till everything was gone. Let me tell you what to do. That put the guys number one. Accumulate good funds, stop up and get up with guns. With drugs, sell for thugs, it's only hurting the ones that love you so much and ending up with none. No fun when it happens to you. Don't trip, I done been through that too. Don't slip, you can bounce back, dude, with a bunch of tattoos just like I do. Oh, dude, everything I touch turn gold. That he go to another like a show to bring life to souls. I never done that before, I never won that before, but guess what? Here I go like, whoa, you a Christian? Yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm a blessing, just tuned in. I'll say it again. Yeah, I'm a Christian. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. And I grew up fast on my block, and I grew up on my grind. I defeat the odds upon minds. Never will I ever give up on my God. From my flesh to my bone, my God is number one. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. They say I'm in the masters, I got it. And I grew up fast on my block, and I grew up on my grind. I defeat the odds upon minds. Never will I ever give up on my God. From my flesh to my bone, my God is number.
Appreciate y'all, New York.